Hello, my name is Shane Bassett, your host, the movie analyst, and I'm here today to speak to someone from all the way over in South Africa. I saw her in a movie called Rage, which I highly recommend if you get a chance to see it. Hello, Shalima. Hi.
Hey, how are you? So lovely to be here.
Thank you. Lovely to meet you too. I think that your performance in the movie Rage, which we'll talk about shortly, was quite memorable and something that really stood out. So, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Uh, Now, the
Thank you
movie's
so
been,
much.
you're welcome. You're welcome. The movie's been released in the UK, not Australia as yet, sadly, but UK audiences got a chance to see it. However, I'm talking to you from Sydney. Have you ever been down under to Australia?
No, actually, but I recently got an invitation to go there, and it's something that I'm interested in doing. But yeah, it's a city, country that I'd love to visit.
Is it modeling that got you into acting, or were you always going to be an actor, or was it a bit of both?
Actually, interestingly enough, I did modeling as a child, but it wasn't modeling that made me fall in love with the stage. It was acting. I'd always think since I was 9 years old, I'd always known that the stage is where I belong.
Wow, 9 years old. Do you remember your
Yeah.
first play? Was it a play on stage?
Uh, my first time on stage, I was modeling. It was these child pageants she took me to, but then there were so many elements in it. We had to dance, we had to act. There was a lot of
Yeah.
performance and I enjoyed that aspect, especially the dancing part. And yeah, I think I was 7 at that time, 6, 7, yeah. And then at 9, I discovered, I think instead of all the other ones, I preferred acting because I guess it was nice being able to channel somebody else at that age and understand the human psychology, I guess.
Did you always have the gift of being an actor, or did you have to go to acting class or anything?
My mom says I always had the gift of imitation because I used to love imitating people. Like I used to love doing accents since I was a child. So she'd like ask to bring her friends, or when her friends would come over, she'd be like, "Come perform, come and like show them what you are doing alone and stuff." So yeah, I guess I always had the talent, but you have to hone talents. I studied drama in high school,
Yeah.
and then I went to film school, and then I studied in university theater and performance. So that really, gave the rage performance.
What about going to the movies when you were growing up? Was there a cinema near you, or did you just watch movies on TV?
I watched movies at the cinemas a lot. It was actually my dad's culture.
Yeah.
Every weekend I have a lot of siblings. So every weekend he would bring us together and he would say we need to go watch films. And yeah, so that was like a culture at home. So yeah,
Was that growing up in South Africa, or were you in another part
yeah.
of the world?
I grew up in South Africa, in Cape Town, Johannesburg, and Limpopo.
And
Yeah.
were the movies, were they in English, or were they subtitled? How did you see them?
Mostly English, but we did watch a few of different languages,
Yeah,
but mostly English because I think we're a lot of times growing up we were westernized, so we grew up in that culture. So yeah,
right. Do you remember any of those movies that you saw as a kid that gave you some inspiration?
actually, Freddy versus Jason,
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
yeah, and Hercules, the Disney film.
Oh,
I
yeah,
really
okay.
enjoyed those stories. Yeah, and I think Titanic. Titanic was quite monumental, which I really enjoyed.
Titanic was groundbreaking. I absolutely loved Titanic.
Yeah,
I still do.
yeah. Oh, lovely. Lovely.
So the movie Rage was a TV movie, and
Yes.
it was filmed a while ago now, and it's finally got a release. Firstly,
Yes.
I know, right? How does that make you feel? But like that you people are watching your movie all around the world, basically.
Oh my God, like it really makes me happy because the film released in my country a while back, but to see it grow and it made me feel like, oh, we have a child now and it's just living on its own now and it's doing the rounds and she's traveling everywhere. So it's quite exciting. And just looking back at myself at that time, it was such an interesting time. So I'm really happy for the movie.
Did you have to go through an audition process? How did you get the role?
It was quite an interesting audition process because I lived in Johannesburg and the film is set in Cape Town.
Yeah,
So that the logistics behind that were crazy because it's cheaper to get actors in the same place that you're in and stuff. But
yeah.
because I think I knew some of the people there and they really wanted to work with me and I wanted to work with them, it became
Okay.
so nice because they made it happen. They really, really, really made it happen for me. And I really appreciate that. So I auditioned online and then they were like, okay,
Online,
they want to see
really?
me. Yeah, yeah, on Zoom, yeah.
Yeah,
Then they said they wanted to see me, and then I was in Cape Town because I also live in Cape Town. I have a home there.
yeah.
And then they said, yeah, I think they sent me the response saying they like me, they want to shoot with me. And then I got there, and most of the people I graduated with were on the set. So it was like, whoa, like, yeah.
I called you in my review a natural talent and a scene stealer because I think when you came on the screen, I mean, it was a really good cast all round, but you in particular and Nicole were just you captivating. You were looking at what you were doing all the time. So well done. I mean, it was a low budget film,
Thank
but
you.
you really got a lot
Yeah,
out of that character.
thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Nicole and Jane, two of your co-stars, strong female performances, including
Yes.
with you. How was it working with them and the rest of the cast on the set? Was it a bit of fun?
Oh, it was amazing. It was like being at a long sleepover. Like it was really fun. Like because it was so fast paced, we never really got the chance to do too much or like yeah, I think a lot of it, the intention was just to get the film done. And I think everyone is honing on that, which was really nice. And the girls worked really hard. They
Yeah,
worked really hard. Yeah.
it's a horror movie. It's a thriller movie. Uh, was it scary on set, or was it just you didn't even notice that it was actually scary? You
They
just acted like that, and then you started laughing when the cameras stopped.
Interesting enough, it was scary at some points. Like there was a day where we shot the last scene, right? Where we took the whole day just to shoot that one scene. But there
Yeah,
were so many freaky things going on. Like also like we were the place we were in had very much a lot of like historical
yeah.
things that, as a black person in my country, it was quite triggering. So it was just like interesting to be a part of that kind of atmosphere. And yeah, and I think it really, yeah, they really brought it. They brought the energy of horror film and they created that vibe.
Yeah, I liked how simple it was and the outdoor locations, because there was no sets. Were there sets or was it all like natural locations that you filmed in?
Most of there was natural locations. We had, I think, a few scenes in a studio where they
Yep.
created the sets, yeah.
Okay.
But most of it was locations.
So what scares you? Have you got anything that freaks you out in real life?
It used to be snakes until I came across a snake during hiking. So I think the scariest thing that I'd have to go through is human trafficking. That sounds like a very scary thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's a very serious subject and scary, of course.
Yeah. 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 But other than that, I'm really not scared of anything.
No, you seem like a strong woman. It's great.
Thank you.
Uh, what else do you do when you're not performing? Like, do you do cooking? Do you do painting, writing? What sort of things? Sports, maybe? When you're not acting or performing, what do you do?
Well, apart from trying to survive, I just started art classes. I study a lot. So
Yeah.
I do music, I do art classes, and I'm into fashion, doing my own fashion brand that I'm working on right now. Um, and just I try to play a lot with my inner child. I've been doing a lot of inner child work. Hopefully one
Okay.
day I'll be able to give back to people. just studying that. And I studied numerology and astrology, so that's something I'm into, very passionate about. Yeah, and tarot, things like that. But
Yep.
more on the arts and trying to see how it can contribute to society.
Yep. Well, if you like astronomy, there's plenty of places in Australia. You could come down and check the sky. We are in
Ah,
so many, we're in the Southern Hemisphere, of course.
yeah, yeah. I'd love that. I'd love that. I will definitely come to Australia. This is the second invite, so the universe is definitely calling me to that side.
What about surfing? Can you surf?
I've tried it. I've tried it once and I thought it was really cool, but I live inland, so it's quite difficult for me to do that. But
Okay.
when I'm in Cape Town, it's something that I definitely like, enjoy to find. Not something I would do all the time, but
Yeah.
definitely, yeah.
Now you have a YouTube channel, and Frances Ha is one of my favorite movies. I love Greta Gerwig. I saw that movie when it first came out 10 years
Uh,
ago. And you do a
uh,
monologue from Frances Ha.
yeah,
How good.
yeah.
Well done.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
Do you like the movie Frances Ha? Is that why you did it,
I
or did you
loved
just
it.
pick
I
pick?
loved her. I love her writing. I
Yeah,
love her
yeah,
writing. One of my favorite writers of all time. And I think that monologue just resonated with what I was going through at the time. And I just thought, how do I? It was therapeutic to do it. So yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
I've been watching Greta Gerwig for a long time. I know she's very popular now because of Barbie, but she's
yeah.
been around a while. She's done some great work, especially independent films.
Oh, really? I think my last one was Lady Bird that I watched.
Yeah,
Lady Bird, right?
yeah, Lady Bird.
Yeah. So, hmm. So no,
Yeah,
I love her. I love her. So real.
yeah, very much. Now, is there a lot of opportunities being a female in South Africa? Like, do you find that there's diversity and acceptance with performing arts? Do you find there's a lot of opportunities, or do you have to work hard to get those opportunities?
I think you have to work hard, but the opportunities are there. It's just that I think there's a lot of us in the industry, so it becomes
Mm,
really difficult for you to be consistent in your practice. Unless like me, I take acting classes so I don't lose it.
yeah,
But you have to work hard to get noticed. We're living in the era of social media. So this morning I was having a discussion about how I'm so afraid that like the art that we're used to is really going on the sideline and it's just
yeah.
quick work. It's TikTok, it's Instagram, it's all of that. So it's getting much more difficult for you to become an actor. So you have to really shine in ways that are different and creative. But
Yeah,
I think the work is there and the industry is definitely growing. The storytelling is definitely growing, and I'm seeing more international um, people coming to invest in our country, in our talent. So it's gonna get better.
yeah, you're definitely right. You have to think outside the box because there are so many different social media and so many people can just pick up a camera now and do acting. So it's
Yeah,
competitive.
yeah, yeah. But it's also great because it doesn't limit you. Because if I was just in my country and acting for my TV, I wouldn't have conversations like this. But we're on social media, you can pick up, someone can pick you up from another country and say, okay, I'd like to
Yeah.
work with you. So it's got its benefits. Got its benefits.
Yeah, I totally agree. What about your fashion industry side of things you're designing? What inspires you from that? Just your own tastes, or do you have other tastes that you draw from?
Yes, I have a lot of tastes that I draw from. I was inspired by the athleisure pandemic, I guess.
Okay.
The rise of it, because for the past 5 years, like people have gone out of that whole professional looking way and want to
Yeah.
live in more comfortable, especially after COVID. People don't really, we have different ways of working now. So that
Mhm.
really inspired me. And I'm an artist, so I don't wear like corporate wear. So I was like, okay, how can I? And I'm always at the gym. So, and I'm like,
Okay.
I want to live like that. So let
Yeah.
me just design specifically for that, for my
Yeah.
life. Yeah. And hopefully I can appeal to somebody else.
Oh, I think so. I mean, just looking at you, you have this beautiful aura about you. You are unique, and like, do you just have a style, or are you just naturally? every day is a different day and you go about it, or do you have that look that you want to make sure that you highlight every day? Because you look lovely and you're so
Now
mature and you're talented.
I'm a mess, man. I'm trying to figure out every day. It's like, how do I feel? But usually I'm a color person. Like I love color.
Yeah.
So it's like I want to focus. Like I'll wear just red. I'll just wear just black. Because I want to harness the energy of the color. So yeah, I'm very much a spiritual decider. So I'll decide on what I think spiritually it aligns with me.
Okay.
That makes sense.
No, it makes sense. I like green. That happens to be
And can
one of
you
my
hear me?
favorite colors. Yeah, I like green. With Rage,
What
what?
red?
Yeah, I guess.
Oh,
What?
green.
Yeah, green. Yeah, green. I think with Rage, did you have your own clothes, or did you have a wardrobe that you had on set? Everyone looks so natural, and it just really fit all the characters. Oh, we're frozen. I think we're frozen.
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Oh, I got you back. Yes.
Yeah.
I was just going to say with Rage before we wrap it up, the the whole speaking of costumes and fashion, was that part of a wardrobe, or did you have your own fashions on set that you helped supply all the actors?
No, I wish, but it was all rage, which was probably one of my favorite things about the set was the fashion, because they really, really went out on like trying to create the stories, or the different looks for the characters, and it was so fun. It was so much fun.
Oh, it looked like it was fun, even though it was a freaky, scary movie. Everyone really clicked.
Yeah,
uh, what, what's
agreed.
what's up next for you? What are you doing next? Anything you can highlight?
Yes, I have I have a film coming up, and I have a series coming up. So
Okay.
I did an Afrikaans series for KCnet
Mm,
for it's a local TV station. I'm not actually sure if they're online. And then
right.
there's a film that we want to take to film to festivals. That's coming up next year. Yeah. So and some music. I'm releasing some music.
Oh,
So
cool.
yeah, yeah.
That's really good to hear. All right. Well, I think you said you had a lot of siblings, so family is very important to you. You have a lot big
Yes, yes.
close family.
Yes, yes. Family is very important to me. And I do have a big family. Yeah, it's been quite a interesting journey navigating that soccer team, but it's fun. It's always fun.
Are there any other actors in your family?
Unfortunately, they all chose safety.
Ah, okay.
They chose different avenues. Some are still in high school, they're quite young, but most of them went into the work field. Um, their commerce
Yeah.
is more their style. Yeah.
Well, any final words for people listening or watching? Why should they watch Rage? And your opinion of the movie itself.
I think everyone should watch Rage because it's fun, especially if you just in high school or you just left high school. It really resonated with me in terms of like the way we have that plate rage that we go away and we have a party, and also the symbols there are crazy. I think with people who are into esoteric stuff would love it. They would eat
Oh
at
yeah.
it. People like Midsummer, the film, very similar style. They would enjoy it. It's just yeah, it's fun. Kids just having fun, and something turns wrong and people die. So watch it.
there's witchcraft, so it's a bit of a cult.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Cool.
Society, or it looks like we're going into TV. Stories are still important, films are still important. So please don't stop supporting people like you, Shane. We really appreciate your contribution to the industry. So keep at it. Thank you.
No, I totally agree. Independent film has sort of survived through the pandemic before and after because, blockbusters aren't always the way to go. And I'm happy to watch everything because that's my job. I need to watch
Yeah,
absolutely everything from all around the world. But I have a real soft
yeah,
spot for, you know, good quality, even low quality things that have been well acted, or there's a good cinematography, I'll always pull something out of it. And when I watched Rage, not only yourself and the cast, but it was just a really well told movie, and it was not what I was expecting. So it made an impact.
Yeah. Ah, I'm so glad. I'm so
Let's support
glad.
movies, right? That's what I reckon.
Yes, yes.
Cool.
Thank